Well, hello out there, and Danny Black X is here. Danny Black X here is Danny Black. I messed it up already. It's me, Scotty D. Hopefully you can hear me. Having all sorts of audio problems today. Robert, Manic Magic, what is up? It is deSTREAMber. It's the 13th of deSTREAMber, and I'm doing, well, it's not here. In the United States, it's the 12th of deSTREAMber, but I'm doing the 13th of deSTREAMber for Mr. Danny Black, who is on a ship. He's on a boat, y'all, and he's out there in the, I'm assuming the Pacific. Let me make sure he told me somewhere in here. There's so many messages. But say hi to me. I'm doing the, you can hear me? That is so great, Robert. I'm having so many problems with audio. I feel like the audio thing is just like I've been cursed somehow with the audio. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my phone to find out exactly what Danny wanted me to say. He's on a ship heading back to Brisbane. He's Pacific Islands. He's out there in the Pacific Islands. And then tomorrow, the lovely and talented Emma Black will be hosting deSTREAMber. But I'm here for now. If you don't know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Scott, go by Scotty D, and I have a little podcast called Hey, We're Talking, and I've known Danny for a long time, but we've just kind of reconnected over the last few years through YouTube, and yeah, so now I have him on the podcast, and I've met Mark Ensby, I've met Benon, I've met Gina Walters, I've met Jay Boston, Scotty Muir, who else am I forgetting? Emma, obviously. And yeah, there you go. So here we are on deSTREAMber. I don't know exactly what we're going to talk about. So hopefully you guys are going to ask me some questions in the comments or talk to me a little bit and tell me what's going on. Most of the people I'm assuming that are in here are from the Australia area. Let me know where you're watching from and all that kind of stuff, and I'll say it on the air. And yeah, so that's what's going on. So deSTREAMber. If you didn't know, Danny is streaming every day in December, hence the name deSTREAMber. And since he is on a boat, since he's on a ship, he doesn't have good internet, and it's hard for him to stream. So I'm taking over for tonight. Woohoo! It's probably morning where you guys are. Man, the time difference, let me tell you, it's hard because I do a lot of stuff. Adelaide, Queensland. All right, cool, guys. That's nice. I'm glad you're here. The time difference, good gracious. Was trying to figure that out the other day. I've been interviewing some people in Australia for the podcast. Hey, We're Talking. I've got that in the stuff down below. You should be able to see, like, there's a link to get to Hey, We're Talking. If you haven't heard my podcast before, I do it with two guys, Derek and Bob. And we've been doing it for, we're up to about 250 something episodes. So we've been doing it for a while, over 2 years. And yeah, so I've been interviewing people in Australia. Yeah, it is midday, 19 hours ahead if you're in New York. Yeah, I've been doing, so I have it on my phone. So what I do is I end up just going, okay, look at the clock. So right now I've got, in Brisbane, it's 11:37, Culburra Beach, Hobart, Melbourne, I should say Melbourne, it's 12:37 p.m. So there you go. And here in America, where I am, it is 8:37 p.m. the day before. So it's Wednesday here. You guys are Thursday there. And yeah, so is this what we're going to talk about? Hey, Nick Fam, what's up? How you doing, buddy? That is somebody who's in America. He's 1 hour behind me, I believe, where you are. Is that correct? He's so he's at 7:37 p.m. So I don't have any exciting games or anything to play, but I did want to keep deSTREAMber alive. So here we are, keeping deSTREAMber alive. It's telling me I don't have. I'm using Mimo, by the way, and Mimo has been very mean to me. It does not like me right now. It's been giving me a lot of issues. Danny just thinks it's because I'm an old man. Do you want me to sing? I can. I actually led singing at my church. I was like the worship guy for 2.5 years. Is that right? So I can't play guitar like Danny at all. I just know the D, C, G, E minor. So everything I do, I just put it in that, like, you know, my wife was the musical one, so I just had her every time I had to do something. I was like, okay, I got to transpose this, put that capo on there, get it to where I needed, and sang it. But I only did D, C, G, E minor. There you go. Ni, E, me too. Manic Magic, what does that mean? N-I-E me too. N-I-E me too. I can't figure it out. Yeah, basic guitar for real. That's it. I can't do anything special like Danny. Like, he can play anything. He can do anything. So no, play keyboard. There you go. Nice. Oh, you were saying nice me too. Durr. So I'm kind of watching. I'm watching the comments here in the YouTube streaming area, and I'm talking. So I'm behind. I like, well, you guys are behind, but so when I catch your remarks, there you go. Any which way, you were in choir. I get that. Gotcha. And yeah, so I can't do name that tune. I can't do anything like that. The only thing I can do is if you have any questions about America, feel free to ask. Now, Nick Fam doesn't need to know. What mic do I use? Right now, I'm using a Rode Procaster. This is the same one that Benon uses, but he puts it off to the side for their Creator Cast stuff. I put it in front of my face because that's where the microphone's supposed to go. In my opinion, when I was in radio, you put the microphone in front of your face. You didn't put it off to the side. But there you go. Using the Rode. And then I've got this new thing I switched as far as, hey, there's Danny. What's up, Danny? He's got spotty internet, I'm sure, out on the boat. But yeah. So I'm using this new thing. It's called a Scarlett 2i2. It's like this little audio interface. I used to use like a big Mackie board. Does anybody even care about this? I'm going to tell you anyway. Who's your favorite American country singer? Oh, wow. I'm going to say that I like Chris Stapleton, Robert. I'm not a huge country fan. I do like it. I go through little bouts where I enjoy. Hey, Edie, how you doing? I go through little bouts where I do like country. I bounce back and forth. I'm mostly kind of a rock guy. I'm just going to be honest with you. Foo Fighters, Metallica. I'd rather listen to that stuff. But Chris Stapleton, I really like. Danny's here for moral support. Brad Paisley. I do like Brad Paisley, some of his stuff. Luke Bryan, I can't say that I've really gotten into him too much. I know who he is, but I don't. Doesn't he do like I think he does American Idol here in America. But yeah, I don't follow Luke Bryan very much. We do have, there's a guy that we have on our show from time to time on Hey We're Talking, who's an up and coming country music star, Brandon Ray. And he is a guy that we met through his brother who's on the show, Derek. But Brandon Ray's pretty good. He does stuff with Keith Urban. Keith Urban's kind of taken him under his wing. So if you know Keith Urban, you should. If you're from Australia, of course you know Keith Urban. Let's see. Yeah, hit the like button for Danny. Get those likes up. Let's keep this thing popping. I'm watching the screen here, and I'm seeing that when I move my hand in front of the lower third there, it looks a little weird. But, hey, I'm doing this on the fly. This is kind of, you know, the truth is this is like my first solo live stream. Making stream love all night long. Don't forget to close the chat and give a big thumbs up. Close the chat? What? What does that mean? Danny, I'm lost. I don't know the new country stars. Only the old ones, like the new bluegrass artists. Okay, Edie. I do like bluegrass sometimes too. I wouldn't know anybody like by name, but yes. You do not like Keith Urban? That's okay. You don't have to like him. I mean, he's real. Let's be real. Part of the thing with country music is it's become very pop. It's not like I went back and was listening to like old country, like Hank and Willie and some of those guys. And I turned on Spotify and I was like, I want to hear old country music. So what I really wanted to hear was outlaw country. So like Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Hank. There's some other guys I'm forgetting. But yeah, the new stuff is so pop. It's very, it's all about like, hey, I'm dancing, grabbing your butt, drinking some beer. I'm not against drinking beer or grabbing my wife's butt, but as long as she's okay with it, which she is. But I don't get it. It's just it's a little too, it's like party country, which is fine. I mean, Hank and those guys, man, they talk about getting drunk and getting stoned and all that stuff, but it's different. It feels different. There's a guy too that, let me see if I can find the drop. The Drops are going to make an appearance on the show. Let me see if I can play it. This is somebody that Mark Ensby told me. He was like, do you know this guy? Yeah, the G'day guy. I don't remember his name. Steve Earle. I'm going to have to look that up, Edie. I don't know who that is. See, but don't hold any of this against me. And Steel Drivers, I've heard of that, Nick Pham. But I don't. There's Slim Dusty, exactly. Hey, it's a guest host. Yes, it is. It's me, Scotty D. Yeah, I don't remember names of people or bands very often. In fact, on my podcast, if you ever listen to the podcast, you'll hear me struggle to remember. And Bob is not good at it. Derek usually remembers or knows who we're talking about. But usually in my house, so my wife and I both work from home, and I will hear her listening to the podcast and me not remembering someone's name and her shout it out so I can hear it from across the room. So I forget people's names a lot. If I know you and I see you in my life a lot, then there you go. When is Benon's interview, the part 2? I think it's going to be, I want to say it's not coming up this next week. In fact, tomorrow for you guys will be probably, I don't know if it'll be in the evening or when it will actually go, but it goes up 5 a.m. here actually. I'll be talking with Emma Black on the show. And then Benon will probably be not the week after that, the second part, but the week after that, because I have an interview that we had already set up for that week. So yes, in fact, I'll just tell you, Gina Walters will be on next week. So if you don't know Gina Walters, you can find out about Gina Walters when you listen to the podcast. Yeah, Gina's going to be she was great. In fact, just to give you a little behind the scenes, inside baseball, that's probably not going to work for you guys with the inside baseball, but here that's kind of a phrase in some circles. Behind the scenes, I did an interview with Gina, and it got all messed up. The audio. Remember me telling you that in the beginning, if you weren't in here, I said stuff about I was having trouble with the audio. I've been having trouble with audio. And it really is so irritating because I worked in a field where I used audio all the time. What's going on? I don't know. It's really stupid. But Gina, thankfully, we did an interview and the audio got screwed up and then she did it again. So I've interviewed her 4 times technically now. So there you go. Yeah, Gina's going to be great. Emma was awesome. Like, you're going to find some stuff out about Emma that I bet you didn't know, because everybody knows Hip Hoop Hooray. We know Emma is into hula hooping and all that stuff, but we got to find out more about Emma's talents, and it's pretty fun. We had a great time. And the other thing I will say about Emma is she got on to we were setting up to do the interview, and Danny's kind of the tech guy, right? Not saying Emma doesn't know how to use tech, because she does, but Danny's like, he's got all the stuff. He knows how to plug everything in and to get everything ready to go. And Emma did a great job. I just said, hey, do this in Skype, do this, boom, she was on, ready to go. It was awesome. So it was really fun talking with Emma, and I'm going to try to do that more on the podcast with trying to get some females on there, because we don't talk to the females And I think the females got to represent, you know, on Hey, We're Talking. So if you didn't know the podcast that I'm on, Hey, We're Talking, it we've gone back and forth, but now I'm trying to do a new podcast every day, Monday through Friday, which ends up being their 20-minute episodes. So they're good if you're like commuting somewhere really quick. Danny always says he wants more. Benon says he wants us to go an hour once a week, blah, blah, blah. Girls don't talk to me either. Well, I don't have trouble talking to girls. It's just that, and we talk about this a little bit when I talk with Emma, on YouTube, there's a real distinct difference between, you know, the guy vloggers and the female vloggers. So we'll talk about it, but it's something that would be awesome for us to start to have. You know, it was fun. I had a great time talking with Gina and with Emma. And hey, if you know somebody interesting that you want to have on the podcast, you just let us know. But let's get back to this. It is deSTREAMber. I'm not going to go on forever. I will keep answering questions if you guys want to keep talking. But I do want to thank Danny for having me fill in for him while he's on the boat. And, you know, the one thing I noticed, again, for all you Australians out there, why is your internet so bad? It's terrible. Gina had trouble. Everybody I talk to, it seems, has trouble. We got to get that figured out. I think maybe I can call Donald Trump and we can figure out if we can get him to get your internet working better. Maybe we can work out some kind of deal because he loves to make deals, and we'll get your internet going. All right, look, I don't want to just keep blathering on forever, but again, I will continue to hang out and chat with you guys if you want. Manic, you're a droner. I belong in a droner community, and more girls making good vids too. That's awesome, dude. Trump's good. And Nick Pham, Edie's a female creator also. Okay, Edie. Well, let's, if you want to check in with me, I'll go check out your channel tonight. Maybe we can get together and I can do a little interview with you if you're open to it. Have you on the show. That'd be fun. And I get to meet, so I'm assuming you're also from Australia, Edie. Is that correct? Or no? Maybe I'm making a bad assumption here. Let me know. Let's see. Did I miss any of the comments? Lyle Lovett, Robert Earl Keane. Those are your favorite country artists. Lyle Lovett. The only reason I know Lyle Lovett is, oh, you're in LA. Oh my gosh, an American. Woohoo! The only reason I know Lyle Lovett is because he was married to Julia Roberts. I don't think I would know any of his songs if I heard it. But I know people do like Lyle Lovett. Robert Earl Keane, again, don't know him either. Sorry, man. I got no country cred here. Who is my all-time favorite Detroit Lion? That's great. You know who I really love? And you might not know who he is Chris Spielman. He still does games for Detroit from time to time here. And I love Chris Spielman. Even though I'm from Michigan and he's an Ohio State guy, I love Chris Spielman. I think he's kind of a little bit old school when it comes to football, and I love him. And you can't go wrong with Barry Sanders. And I'm one of the people that still likes the quarterback for the Detroit Lions, Matthew Stafford. He's been here for almost 10 years now, and people try to run him out of town all the time, but I love him. Nick, you're a Texas boy. Micah, I always say, it says, you know, it's because you're the name of your channel. I always call you Nick Pham, but Micah, you're a Texas boy. That is one place sometimes that I wish I would have moved to. When we moved out of Michigan, we went to Ohio first, and then we went to South Carolina. What tattoos do I have? I have 2 tattoos. One is rhinos, and the other is like a Scottish crest. They're both, I've got one on my right forearm, and one on my left forearm. I would like to get more, but it costs money. Do I remember Jesse Williams that played for the Seahawks? No, I don't. How do I not know that? Oh, I was like, that's why I like you. You're talking to Micah because he's from Texas. Texas. Okay. So, it's too bad I don't have a game to play. I could just play a drop. That's what I do on the show. Get yelled at for it. He's local here, Jesse Williams. Why do I not? Why does the name sound familiar, but I don't know? He only played a few games for the Seahawks before he got cancer. Oh, my gosh. Bummer. Dang it. That's a bummer. The Seahawks are good, dude. Gives a minute. Yo, X here is Danny Black. What do you want? Gives a minute. Is he still in here? I don't even know if he's still in here. I think very cool looking good tattoos. You make, I'm assuming you're saying you make good tattoos. I don't know. Benon is here. Yeah. What's up? Benon and I had a good talk about trying to get him some booze. Yeah, that's me today. It is. I'm Danny Black today. That would be pretty freaking cool because I'd be so much younger and I'd be super good at guitar. He can't watch the stream, but just look at the comments. I'm super intrigued to watch this back later. Yeah, we'll see what you think, Danny. He might ban me for life from ever doing deSTREAMber again or any other streaming. We'll see. Crow, he's a local here. Okay. Okay, so I clicked on Danny Black and it's Scotty D. Yeah, who's your back? What's up? I'm filling in for Danny because he's on a boat, yo. He's on a boat. And he's out in the middle of the Pacific. He's on his way home, though. He's, you know, Danny always talks about, like, the videos that he does and all that kind of stuff. Like, should he do more boat videos and whatnot? I love his videos. I don't really care what he does. I just like the way he does his videos. But I know he gets a lot of plays off of those. It's cool. I'm really happy that we got some people from America watching in here because I was thinking because of the time that I would not hit that many. Although, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Manic Magic. Appreciate it. Yeah, he does good voiceovers. He's that's funny. Okay, Benjamin. Micah is like got a wrench on every stream, doesn't he? He's got a wrench everywhere. The blue wrench. I'm sorry, I'm watching myself. It shows up after I've done it, but I keep doing this little scratchy thing. When we moved back to Michigan, this is so dumb, but I'm going to just tell you guys anyway. When I moved back to Michigan, the water's different. And it's like my skin in really weird places just feels dry every once in a while. And I think the heat is on because it's freezing cold here. The heat is on a lot more. So it's been cold. It has not snowed though. And then where we used to live in the South, they got tons of snow and we don't have any snow. I'm actually hoping for a white Christmas this year. I really am. If I'm going to have to be stuck in this cold, please, please, please let me have some snow. So it looks pretty, you know? But, yeah. Thumb love. That sounds kind of crazy to have thumb love. I guess it works. But Danny gave me 3 thumbs up and a purple kind of a heart here. 40 degrees, that would be Celsius, that would be burning hot. Keep your white Christmas up there. Yeah. Listen, it would be nice if it could just for Christmas Day. Listen, by the time the middle of January and it starts to get into February, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, why did I move back to Michigan? But for now, I'm enjoying it. And it's been cool because all my family's here, so we get to spend time with family and stuff like that. So I've enjoyed it. I love the rock, Scotty Rocks. Thank you so much, Edie. Uh-oh. Robert Mueller put something up and then he did. Message retracted. I saw it for like 1 second and then it disappeared. I don't even know how to do that. Like I could say something to somebody and get like do something totally stupid. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm near Detroit. I live probably like I'd say like a half hour outside of Detroit. That's where I grew up. So I'm a Detroit man from the Motown, from the Motor City. Yeah. So I spent the first 37 years of my life here, I believe, in Michigan. Then we moved away for a while. No, that can't be right. I must have been like 35. Yeah. It was 52 degrees. Man, that would be nice. Right now, it's about to be 9 o'clock p.m. here. Dr. Detroit was in which movie? Detroit was in, that was Dan Aykroyd, Dr. Detroit. That movie sucked. Do I watch the Pistons? I do sometimes. I've been trying. I'm not a huge pro basketball fan. I'm not a huge basketball fan overall. But I have tried to watch the Pistons this year, and Blake Griffin is on the team, so that makes it kind of fun. But I'm a football and hockey guy. Like, truthfully, hockey is the main thing that I love. You click your name and it goes away. You can do it by clicking your name. Sweet. I mean, I'm not going to say anything terrible to somebody, but it would be nice if you like accidentally wrote something you didn't want to. Take it away. Now I know. Tech is hard. Tech is hard, especially when you got all this white beard hair. Makes you think you're an old man. Yeah, I watch the Red Wings religiously, and I watch the Lions religiously. Happy Days, Ron Howard, and Fonzie. Yes. Ron Howard was Opie. No, I'm kidding. He was Richie Cunningham. And then Fonzie, I always forget his real name. Dang it. All right, ice hockey just looks ridiculous here. Really? Listen, I'm telling you, if you go see a game, you would love it. You would love it live. You have to go to the game live, though, and see it for yourself in person. You would love it. Hockey is one of the greatest sports on earth. It's fantastic. Okay, so there's my plug for hockey. And then, but here's the thing. I grew up loving hockey, and thank you, Edie. We'll hook up at some point. I'm gonna go check out your channel, and we'll hook up at some point and see if we can't get you on the show. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Show I've been watching is Made in Detroit Hardcore Pawn. Yeah. I don't even know if, I wonder if that's like Pawn Stars. Is that what it's called? That thing is like not even filmed in that place. It's like the actual store is weird. So I'm wondering if the one in Detroit is like that. But it's funny. I have watched that show before, and it's funny listening to them. There's a certain thing when you're from Michigan and there's a certain accent, and they have that accent. I noticed it big time when we moved away, and I feel like I didn't keep it as much. I lost some of it, and then I feel like it's sort of coming back a little bit. But I mean, I have that Midwestern nasally accent. Like, you know, you could be mistaken for a Canadian when you're from Detroit. But there's also another level of Michigan Detroit accent. And I can't do it for you because I don't have it. People will probably say I do, but there's a special Detroit accent. And those people, bring it all the way back, those people on that show, Hardcore Pawn, they definitely have it. Huge. So, I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to thank you guys for watching the live stream and hanging out with me. It was fun. And make sure you come back. Tomorrow, Emma Black will be on the show, live streaming for Danny. And he'll keep the deSTREAMber alive. And I want to thank you guys for being here. It was so much fun. Thank you. And have yourself a great evening, great afternoon, great whatever, wherever you are. Enjoy it. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I know some people don't like it when you say that, but I'm going to say it anyway. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And thank you so much. We'll talk to you again soon. Keep deSTREAMber alive.